Hey, so I'm going to talk to you about some of my top tips. So, tip number one, as always, huger than the biggest thing ever, personal development. Personal development is something that should be incorporated to your everyday activities. It's whether it's listening to audio when you're hoovering, in a car, whether it's reading books before you go to bed, following top leaders, watching videos. There's so many videos you can watch. Videos on the unique business. You can watch videos on multi-level marketing. You can watch videos on direct selling, parties, how to have a successful home party. If you've thought it of as an idea, someone's written a book about it basically, or done a video on it. So there's so much to learn. There's so much you can get from these things. I like to every morning and every evening I'll watch a motivational video in the morning and I'll watch an inspirational video at night, and it really does helps me sleep. It helps me wake up in the morning. It really gets me going for the whole day ahead. A lot of what I do is mindset. That's where I'm starting because mine is self-doubt. That's what I struggle with. So yeah, a couple of books actually that's recommended is The Secret. I've got The Secret and I've got it on audio, so I'm going to start listening to that in my car because I've just finished one book. I think Network Marketing for Dummies as well. Yeah, so The Secret, GoPro, Eric Worre GoPro. And people that you want to follow, I guess, is the leaders and the top earners of not only this company, but anybody that's a public speaker, really, or anybody that motivates you, anybody that inspires you, anybody that you like. I like to follow quite a lot of the leaders and the Black Status presenters, and it literally just a few weeks ago, because I've been watching them for so long, I've figured out who my favourite are, like as in who I can relate to most, who I think is the loveliest, really. And then I actively follow them. So I've set my follow from default to see their posts first, which is really good because if I'm having a low day or just if I'm having a low day, I'll do personal development. But if I'm having a day where I'm like, I don't feel inspired at all today, then I'll go to their pages. I'll actively follow them, and I'll use their content or I'll speak to them. But make it your own. Remember to make it your own. Okay, so my next tip would be to find a system that works for you and stick with it. Be consistent with it. So, there's so much training on this out there. Again, everybody works so differently, don't they? So, what might work for me, and I can give you tips, help, and guidance, and any of your uplines can. But it is about finding something that works for you, that fits with your schedule, that fits with your personality and your traits. Because there's so many people out there that think you have to work like really long hours all the time, all day, every day, all the time, doing this, but you don't. This is something I've learned recently, actually, that even if you've got 6 kids and 3 jobs, if you've only got a certain amount of time, say an hour to 2 hours every evening to commit to your business, then it's about making those minutes count, basically. So you can look up on YouTube. There's lots of videos on how to. I think there's one called like the Power Hour. So how to do 15-minute slots of 50 minutes of following up, dedicated, focused. Go into your bedroom. Go into wherever your little space of where you can just commit to, or half an hour of doing this and half an hour of doing that. So there's lots of different ways of working effectively. It's finding one that suits you. And it's not necessarily because I've heard a lot of people say, oh, success loves speed, which is right, which is right. And I spoke to Darius about this recently, and I said, look, I don't think I'm ever going to have the time to be able to run with this business because, well, not for another few years, a couple of years till my boys go to school at least. But he said to me, you don't have to put in hours all day every day. It's about, even if you're doing a 30-day run or a 90-day run, again, it's about having those focused times. Um, having the speed, so you'll spend 2 hours of doing this, like a set target, 2 hours the next day of doing this, 2 hours the next day of doing that. Then my next tip would be interacting in your groups. This is a good way to build relationships and friendships with people that are going to be there to help you out. So get involved in any of the tasks or the challenges or whatever, or just ask questions, or just go in there and make some friends. We're all here to support and help each other. Um, like what I do as well is when somebody does a shout out, if somebody has promoted or brought a new person into the business, then I will not only go into, say if it's in Lashettes, I'll see it in Team Lashettes, then I'll like it. But what I will do is actually click on the person who is doing the shout out, click on her profile, because she should have it on her wall as well. Because obviously, the law of attraction, we highly recommend celebrating every success, whether it's your first order, your first sign up, your first anything, promotions, anything. So I would go on to, this is massive, I think, because people want to see, wow, that looks like a really good team to join. So yeah, I'll go onto their profile and I'll comment there, welcome, well done, or whatever, a little comment cheering them on, because it gets my people seeing it and it gets their people seeing it, and then the person they've tagged in, more people seeing it, the whole algorithm, and boosting it up to the top. And it shows people, the more you comment on their page instead of in a group, more people are seeing it. So you're attracting more people into your business. People are thinking, oh, she's just joined. Oh, they're all having fun and all they work together. Things like that. Parties. Let's talk just briefly. I promise I won't waffle on too long. Let's talk parties. So you want to always be having parties. You want to always be doing parties, basically. Excuse me. Again, there's so much content out there. There's so many different ways you can run your parties. You don't even have to have an actual party to have a party, if you know what I mean. But yeah, research it, find out how to do it, find out what fits with you, whether it's a live event, whether it's the Office Angel catalogue, whether it's a kit drop, sorry. But you always want to be doing parties, always, 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 always. Expanding your network. It's a great way to expand your network, because your parties, some of them will turn into regular customers, some of them will turn into party hostess for the future, some of them will even turn into future potentials, lovelies joining your. That's the best way to get yourself out there, really, is doing more parties, expanding your network, presenting these products and the opportunity in front of as many people as possible, really, isn't it? So, my next tip would be, when you add someone into the business, you want to try, if you can, it's not always possible to have the time, and therefore that's why we should all be building relationships with all of our teams, because we're all here to help each other when someone else is not around. But you want to kind of spend time with them, obviously more time with them in the beginning, to help them build, help them get to a point where they won't need you much anymore. Excuse me. But with regards to groups, I would add them to three groups. Three groups. This is what Bree Richardson recommended, our Black Upline BS1. Add them to three of the groups that you interact in the most of your uplines, and obviously this starter group, once they've done this, then and they're happy to be added into more. I would give it at least a month, or until they found their feet, before adding them to all of the groups. And I mean the mock groups, Breeze group, our purple uplines groups, like everybody's groups. because you don't want to overwhelm them in the beginning. It's quite scary. I've had so many women drop out. It's too much, Claire. I'm waking up to hundreds of notifications a day. So, yeah, I would recommend slowly easing them into it. And I would probably teach them how to show them how to turn off the notifications for any of the groups that they don't go into that much. Because if they are stuck or need some information or want to know where to find it, they can go and find it in those groups, can't they? But it doesn't mean that they need to have the notifications every day. So I would, yeah, definitely recommend switching off notifications if it gets too much. But always write down a list of what groups or whose groups is what, so you know what to look out for and stuff. And webinars. Watch your webinars, they're amazing and they're pre-training. Speech. So my last one would be attraction marketing. Big sigh, because this is something I love that I could talk about all day, but I won't. There's so many videos on this. There's so much reading material, audio, everything on this. Attraction marketing is the key to bringing people into your business, basically. So it's basically whatever you put out there, you get in, isn't it? You know, like negativity. If you put negativity out there, you're going to get negativity back. So that's why reading The Secret is a big thing. But attraction marketing, you kind of want to be giving people a reason to follow you, whether it's from your makeup tips, your makeup knowledge, whether it's from whether it's just been made laugh or inspired. I've had so many messages from girls just saying, oh, I love waking up to you every day on Facebook because you've always got something great to say and it really puts me in a good mood. I'm like, wow, don't care if this person doesn't ever buy from me. I've put a smile on her face. I've made a difference. Do you know what I mean? That's pretty big in my heart. It can be anything. A lot of it you do want to, like Sandy Job does amazing with this. She does a question a day. So like, and every one of her questions I actually want to answer myself, which I do. I do. I love getting involved, but that is amazing because that is getting interaction, putting posts out there that kind of gives people a reason to want to comment on your post. That's pretty powerful because that's getting your algorithm. Like I've got 3,500 friendships on my Facebook that probably not even a quarter see my posts. So that's something probably I should concentrate on is asking questions. Yeah, getting people involved. So yeah, attraction marketing. So much to it. So much to it. So yeah, read some books and have a look. But talk to your sponsor if you get stuck. Reach out to any of us. We're always here to help. So that's all from me. So I wish you good luck. I'm so excited for you and hopefully meet you one day in the future. Take care. Bye.